What if the biggest problem with school isn't what we learn, but how we learn it? For centuries, education has been a factory line. Same lessons, same pace, same tests for absolutely everyone. It's a one-size-fits-all system, and if you don't fit well, tough luck. I was one of those kids. I've always been a slower learner, the one who needed to read things 3 times while everyone else seemed to get it on the first go. So I ran an experiment. I took 5 of the most powerful AI tools out there to see if I could upgrade my own learning habits. The goal was to build a better brain for myself. But what I discovered was so much bigger. I didn't just find a way to fix my own struggles. I think I stumbled upon a way that may help fix education for everyone. This isn't just about a few clever apps, it's about a fundamental shift that's finally moving us away from that rigid one-size-fits-all model for good. Welcome back to Mentor's Mindset. You know that feeling when you're staring at a mountain of information for a new project, textbooks, articles, dense research papers. It's completely overwhelming. It's no wonder that a recent survey found that 51% of students and researchers are now using AI to help with their literature review, just to handle the flood. So, for my first tool, I grabbed an AI research assistant. I chose one called PDFGPT that lets you upload dense academic papers and then just talk to them. Yes, you heard that right. I had a conversation with a PDF. I fed it a 50-page study on cognitive neuroscience, a topic I know next to nothing about. Instead of burning a day trying to decipher it, I just started asking questions, explained the methodology like I'm 5. What was the single biggest takeaway? Summarize the part about memory and coding. In minutes, I had a clear, concise understanding that would have taken me hours otherwise. It was like having a PhD expert sitting right there with me, patiently answering every single question. This wasn't just about finding info faster, it was about understanding it on a much deeper level. Next, it was time to face a subject that's always been my enemy: advanced math. I think my old calculus teacher still has nightmares about me. For this, I used a platform called Tutor AI, which is designed to create a completely personal tutoring experience. The best part, unlike a human, it has infinite patience. It does not get annoyed when you ask the same question for the 10th time. I started grinding through calculus problems, and the second I got stuck, the AI didn't just hand me the answer. It broke the problem down step by step and then offered a totally different way to explain it. It quickly figured out I was struggling with a specific concept, derivatives, and immediately generated a custom-made quiz just for that skill. This is the heart of adaptive learning. The system analyzes your performance in real time and adjusts everything to what you need. There was no shame, no pressure, just a perfectly tailored path to finally getting it. It was like the platform knew my weaknesses better than I did. My third experiment was all about my writing. I've always struggled to get from a messy, horrifying first draft to a sharp, polished final piece. I used a tool many of us know, Grammarly, but this time I dug into its generative AI features, which go way beyond just fixing typos. I hammered out a short essay on the economic impact of renewable energy. It was clunky and all over the place. I fed it to the AI and told it to act like my writing coach. It didn't rewrite it for me, which is key. Instead, it gave me actionable advice. This paragraph feels unfocused. Try to center it on one main idea. Your tone shifts from casual to formal here. Which one are you going for? It helped me sharpen my arguments, fix the flow, and even generated citations. It was like having a 24/7 feedback loop that actually improved my own thinking instead of just correcting my grammar. Okay, halfway through and I was already feeling like a supercharged student. If you're finding this as mind-blowing as I did, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe. We're just getting started on what this technology can really do. Learning isn't just about absorbing facts, it's about connecting those facts in new and creative ways. For tool number 4, I turned to Notion AI, which is built right into the popular productivity app. My mission? Come up with a killer project idea for a marketing class. I started with a simple prompt. I need a marketing campaign for a new sustainable coffee brand. Instantly, it shot back a list of target audiences, campaign slogans, and social media ideas, but I decided to push it. Okay, now mash those ideas up with the concept of community-based art projects. The AI synthesized everything, outlining a full-fledged campaign with local artists, pop-up galleries and coffee shops, and a user-generated content contest. It became a creative partner, helping me expand my ideas way beyond what I started with. It proved that AI isn't just for finding answers, but for asking much better questions. For my final test, I wanted to see how AI could, really tear down barriers. So I used ChatGPT-4's voice and translation features to try and learn a new language. I actually had a conversation in Spanish, and the AI responded in real time, correcting my grammar and suggesting more natural ways to phrase things. It was immersive and responsive in a way a textbook could never be, and honestly, way less judgmental about my terrible accent. Then I tried out its accessibility features. I took a recording of a complicated lecture and used a tool called Otter.ai to get an instant transcript. For a student with hearing impairments or a processing disorder, this is an absolute game changer. These tools make learning radically more inclusive, offering a real lifeline to students with disabilities or those from different linguistic backgrounds. It became crystal clear to me that AI can make education accessible to everyone, no matter their physical abilities or where they're from. After a week with these tools, my own learning habits were, totally transformed. I was faster, more confident, and genuinely more curious. But then a much bigger thought hit me. If I, just one person, could build this super personalized and incredibly effective learning system for myself, what could this mean for our entire education system? This is where the story gets a lot bigger than me. We are standing on the edge of a massive transformation. AI makes a future possible where learning is personalized for every single student. Imagine a world where school is no longer a conveyor belt. Instead, AI-powered platforms can tailor lessons to each student's unique speed, strengths, and passions. If a student is crushing algebra, the system can introduce them to more advanced concepts. If they're struggling with Shakespeare, it can give them historical context, vocabulary tools, and guided analysis. This tech can analyze student data to give them targeted support and feedback, which is proven to boost engagement and grades. This also completely changes the role of the teacher. With AI handling routine tasks like grading and paperwork, educators are free to do what they do best: mentor, inspire, and connect with students on a human level. Some research suggests AI could automate a significant portion of a teacher's administrative workload, freeing them up to focus on critical thinking and emotional intelligence. The teacher is no longer just a lecturer, they become a facilitator of curiosity, orchestrating an AI-powered learning journey. And what's more, AI has the power to make education more fair. Tools offering real-time translation and text-to-speech can make learning accessible for students with disabilities and for those who don't speak the primary language of instruction. It can deliver top-tier educational resources to remote and underserved communities, helping to close the gap between the privileged and the disadvantaged. Do you think AI has the power to make education more fair? Let me know in the comments. Of course, this vision of the future isn't a guarantee. This shift comes with serious challenges we have to, tackle head-on. The risk of algorithmic bias is very real. An AI trained on flawed data could easily reinforce existing prejudices. We have to make sure the tools we build are fair and don't penalize certain students. Then there's the huge issue of data privacy. These platforms collect enormous amounts of student data, and we need ironclad policies to protect that sensitive information. Without clear rules, we risk building a surveillance system instead of a support system. And maybe most importantly, we can never let technology erase human connection. Leaning too heavily on AI could weaken critical thinking and the vital social and emotional skills that you only learn in a classroom with other people. The goal is not to replace teachers with machines, but to forge a powerful alliance between AI and human intelligence. What started as a personal quest to fix my own slow learning process revealed a fundamental truth. We are at a turning point in the history of education. For the first time, we have the tools to leave the industrial age model behind and build a system that is truly personal, dynamic, and fair. AI isn't just another gadget for the classroom, it's the engine that can power this entire transformation. And this isn't some far-off future, it's happening now. The global market for AI in education is projected to soar in the coming years, and one 2024 report found that 86% of participants were familiar with AI in an educational context. The change is already here, but building this future the right way is on all of us. It will take educators who are willing to adapt, policymakers who create smart regulations, and students who learn to use these tools with integrity. It's about using this incredible technology to enhance our humanity, not outsource it. So I have to ask you, what do you think is the biggest promise or the biggest danger of AI in our schools? Let me know in the comments below, and if you want to keep exploring how technology is reshaping our world, make sure to subscribe. We are just scratching the surface of what's possible, and the journey is only beginning.